Yesterday you saw around Reaseheath College. Anyway, there's a little bit more of it to come. I'm not there at the moment, so Rob's looking after the place. But here's the rest of Reaseheath College. Just looking at some of the newer tractors that they work on as well. But also, there's this big, huge axle with these massive disc brakes on. Just sat here, that's obviously been on fire. And apparently, up the road, they do courses on coaches and buses and trucks, and even now trains. So the axle is here to build into a rig so that they can practice on the brakes. Right, here's a quiz question for you. So we've got a TM165 here and a TM185 here. Which one is the rarest, and how many of one of them were made? If you think you know, leave a comment below. It's wide axle, that, isn't it? It's like a little mini brush. Stand next to that, Andrew, for scale. It's tiny. Stand next to it. How small is that? It's good, that, isn't it? We've even got a terracotta New Holland and a little John Deere as well. This is one of the workshops that they do basically car mechanics in. So they get cars that have been in accidents but obviously still run, so that they can take them apart and see how everything works, all the gearboxes, all the engines on them. So there's just a few in here now in bits. So this is the hydraulic test rigs then, to big pumps underneath and tanks and all the different fittings and all the different valve blocks. Now look at that, it's like a joystick out of a telehandler or something. But all on quick release, so you can plug it all together. That one off a hedge cutter.
So you can do mechanical, pilot and electronic control as well.
Yeah, all the solenoids as well. Oh, and are they little rams that they can plug into?
Steering, yes.
What's that? That's a PTO driven. Oh, PTO pumps.
It's the original. It's 1980s.
Oh, right, and then these have took over.
So these are
That's clever, isn't it? All the different pipes in there that you just plug in and push fits. And there's that, and then that's obviously you can see how much oil you're using.
I'll turn it on if you want. It's a 50 bar closed circuit room sensing pump.
Oh, right.
So you can make adjustments on there, so you can set the manifold pressure on there and return back to tank, and then put restrictions in place and look at the flow meter and start to restrict the flow. As you start to restrict the flow, you can watch the pressure start to increase until you actually
hear the pump growling as well.
And then you'll shut off when you get to, and they won't go any higher than 50 bar.
But if you wanted, you could then plug something in there, put a ram in and plug something else and a spool and work it and do
Yeah, well, over here we've got rams on each of these. So if we wanted to.
Oh yeah.
You can start to look at the balance rams, look at the different pressure readings you get off each side of the ram.
Yeah, yeah.
So on the rod side, and then on the cylinder side, we also get differential pressure because you've got, with Pascal's law, surface area. And look at why rams are mounted. The best way to explain it is, if you think on a mini excavator, if you think of a boom ram, or on your excavator, you mount it with the cylinder closest to the cap, and then the rod closest to the top or inside the boom. If you look at a face shovel in a quarry, where they're mounted the other way round, that's because on an excavator...
Yeah, some need digging power and some need lifting power, don't they? Yeah, yeah. The other thing as well that telehandlers do, on the compensator ram for when you lift up to keep the boom level and the same, they just normally have another little ram held underneath the boom with the same oil displacement as the front ram, but it'll often be longer, but it'll have a longer stroke but be a thinner ram rather than a thick ram with a short stroke. This is one of the tyre bays where they mess around putting tyres on and off. It's got a go-kart on the wall and I think it's a locust they call them, where you can build it. It's probably Mazda running gear underneath, but they're building a little kit car. This is where they practice welding. So they've got, I think, 10 MIG welders and all the extraction. So they learn how to MIG weld. Then in there, we've got some lathes and some milling machines. Don't know whether we go. In fact, to just strip it out to put some new lathes in. So there's an old one still there, an old milling machine. And then the other side of here is, look at all scraps of metal, is arc welders. And then there's this octopus of extraction pipes up there, which is like some sort of crazy manifold to extract the fumes outside, because obviously if you've got 20 welders going in here, it's going to smell a bit. These are some of the welding that they've done. So they practice doing all different angles. But I think they should practice welding upside down without swearing. In the rain, in a puddle. Look at the little smile on his face now. He's got his beef kebab. I have as well. It's not bad, isn't it? So after you've eaten your big dinner, you can go up there in the gym. So you've got a gym and a bar as well the other way. So is this where you live, Amy?
Yeah, this is my house.
Is this the original hall then?
Yeah, this is the original hall.
Oh yeah, the main hall. That's some fireplace, that. It's massive, isn't it? You don't want to clean that window, would you? So how old is the hall?
Oh, now then. Get my...
So not a nameplate outside. We'll have a look in a minute.
I want to say 1530 something.
1530. It smells like a church. It's that old.
It does have that feel about it as well, doesn't
They
it?
used to put a false chimney up here,
Yeah.
and then all the children, all the members of staff, used to come in at Christmas and sit on the floor. And Father Christmas used to climb out over the balcony down and come out, and every child got a present.
Till health and safety banned it.
Apart from one year, the member of staff got stuck inside the chimney, clear all the children out, get the member of staff out, and they just appeared as Father Christmas at the bottom and bring the children back in again.
Was that when it was a school or when it was the college as well?
I went to college, so yeah, I was one of those children,
All right.
so we're allowed to keep quiet.
So we're just going to go and have a look at the cows now that are milked by Lely robots. There's 220 of them, I think. Morning. So there's, is that called the janitor, that thing that goes and feeds the Juno? That goes long and knocks the silage in, doesn't it? Like a robot. So this is one of the robotic milkers. I'm not actually using it at the moment though. That's how it cleans the teats before it puts the suctions on. There's the magic eyes and the carbon fibre. But they've been doing some modifications in this shed, changing the heights of the cubicles and putting mattresses in. So there's no cows in here at the moment using the robots.
Free reign.
So the cows, when they get hungry or feel like they need milking, they just walk in here and then that gate will close. Then it'll give them the exact right amount of food that they want in here. It'll measure what it gives them. This little arm, which I just showed you, comes over, cleans the teats, puts the suction cups on, takes the milk, measures exactly how much milk's coming off each cow, pumps it down these things, logs it all so they know which cow is performing, and if the milk drops from one of the cows each day, they'll know that it might be ill. And then obviously they can change the ration, so each cow eats a different ration tailored towards it. So there's two of these robots. Another one there, isn't there? To do this shed. But they work 24 hours a day. They never get tired. They never get hungover. They never turn up late. They just work on their own. Lely did once say to me about a year ago, do I want to go to the factory where they make them? And I said yes, but I've never been. So if you're watching, Lely, you're dead interested, I'm sure. They're like a killer facts wall. 623 acres owned and rented land. 200 pedigree cows. How many litres of milk? You have to pause if you want to read it all. It's a rare beast. They made a square plough as well, but I think that was Opico. But that's like a... That's not a plough. Well, it's kind of like a plough. That's what it was supposed to do. Class Jag as well there. Class mower. Some relics here of ploughs. a sprayer as well. What, so we've got to find the combat? When you press that, it takes the handbrake off.
Watch the manholes.
Oh, you're in backwards there. Oh, go down a few gears. You're in there.
How did you change gears?
Just on the buttons.
Oh, there we go. That's funny how it was, isn't it? You can actually, oh yeah, you can actually back it like a real trailer, can't you?
And jackknife it too.
Ooh, I just caught it up on the drawbar. Is that the combat?
There you are.
Right. It's weird though because there's no like you can often tell your speed off the engine note. Some of the red out.
You got to sound your horn then. Which is.
Where's the dump truck?
There. You can put, oh, when that goes green,
Oh, I thought, why was the truck?
if you sound your horn now,
Well, that turns it in.
there you are.
Where did that come from?
Try to distribute the load evenly and avoid overloading the dump truck. The dump truck can load 18 tons and a full bucket weighs just over 2 tons. When you are satisfied with the loading, sound the horn again to set the hauler off.
Where's the red bit then? That was
You
digging
can
out.
dig up the green if you want.
Oh, right,
There. Go right, go right, go right.
okay.
Behind the boom.
Ooh, that was close then. I just like the way the dump truck just like gets dumped in front of you, just like comes from the sky. Feels real though, doesn't it, when it rocking backwards and forwards?
Yeah. So get used to it.
University Centre Reaseheath. I thought it was a college. Someone tell me the difference.
So we offer courses right up to level 6, so degrees, and they're all accredited through the University of Chester.
Right.
So we do agriculture courses right up to degree level.
Oh, I see.
So it's like a higher level learning. So they could do a lot of research, a lot of technology involved. And then they do all the lectures in here.
And they've got a big clock tower as well.
Yep.
Save the Clock Tower. Name that film.
Yes, these are
So
animal science students that will have done
a study tour to Kenya in 2022. So they took them pictures.
Yeah, all the students and staff took these pictures. That's how close they were getting to the animals.
Wow.
So they go over
Giraffe for Joe Seals as well.
That simulator was pretty cool, and you could also practice backing up without actually tangling trailers up around drawbars and things like that, and the digger just felt so realistic as well. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm away for a couple of days. Rob's looking after the place at home. He's stopping at the house, so hopefully he's not burnt it down with Ivan. Anyway, the birthday bumper is the outro, and it's a static one because I'm not there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, guess where I am?